Good day and welcome to Tourismus Namibia, which is obviously our weekly show. I almost said monthly show. Weekly show where we bring you various topics and we have a look at a couple of destinations, and then at the end we also look at a specific item under to the point. My name is Frank Steffen, as you can see there on the screen, and I will lead you through the show. But first up, we obviously have topics.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Yeah, welcome back. And the first item that we have are lines that start moving on the roads. And new research has basically now shown that lines increase their use of man-made roads during full moon and dry season. These conditions make it more difficult for them to hunt, and therefore the roads enable them to move faster. Now, the research paper published in Global Ecology and Conservation, according to that, lions make greater use of these man-made infrastructures simply because they can move more easily and cover longer distances. No difference was found between the frequency with which lions used roads or crossed paths during the day or night, but usage varied by up to 63% depending on the phases of the moon, and by up to 82% between the seasons. So prey such as migratory wildebeest and zebra are less common in the dry season, and the big cats have much less success hunting when the moon is brighter. So that's that news research that has shown that lions prefer man-made paths. So there you go. And up next we've got Ruben. That is now Ruben Lambrecht. And a global audience can experience Namibia's animals and natural beauty through the lens of this young man, who started sharing his life on a farm outside Windhoek on social media in the past year. So Ruben Lambrecht's love of animals and the outdoors has given him Instagram popularity, as well as the opportunity to do what he loves. More than 3 million people watched a video that Ruben posted on his profile in January. The video shows him and his cousin walking in the rain on a farm in the Hoogland and seeking shelter in a cave with a tame warthog, Kali. So here you can see clearly he knows how to do it, and well done to him. We don't have enough of those people in Namibia yet, but I'm sure he's going to make some waves in this type of atmosphere. Right, and then we're looking at the penguins. Penguins are obviously not that high on the priority list here in Namibia, but they should be, because the Namibian Islands Marine Protected Area, NIMPA as it's called, is supporting the African penguin population census led by Southern African Foundation for the Conservation of Coastal Birds Research Manager, and the senior fisheries biologist for seabirds at the Fisheries and Marine Ministry. The team is counting penguins during the breeding season on the islands within NIMPA, which is Africa's second largest proclaimed marine protected area. It was proclaimed in 2009, stretching 400 kilometers along the southern Namibian coast, covering almost 10,000 square kilometers, with a key objective to protect the breeding sites and main foraging areas of seabirds along the Namibian coast. Now, this is obviously quite interesting because, especially close to Lüderitz, you find more and more of these islands who are also inhabited by these penguins. So those are our topics for today. Up next, we've got destination.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Yeah, so destination there just now. Obviously, we're talking of two destinations that we like to introduce to you. First up, we've got Monte Christo. Monte Christo is just outside Windhoek. It's Monte Christo, Riverside, camping and Treehouse. Here you can see on the maps it's really quite close to Windhoek. It's a family-run farm and lodge about 30 km from Windhoek, and in addition to rustic accommodation and self-catering bungalows on the dam and beautiful natural camping, it also offers a real tree house. Here you can see it on the photos. But we've also brought you a little video, so maybe you want to look at that.
Hi, my name is Fritz Rötel. I'm from Farm Monte Christo. We do different activities. We have got different accommodation options. And yeah, if you want to know how to find us, you come from Windhoek, driving the B1 towards Okahanja. You leave the off-ramp at Yanyapan, Brakwata No. It's the D1474. You go off, you pass the entrance of Yanyapan, you come on a gravel road, you drive it for 400 meters, you come to a D-junction where you turn again to your right onto a new tar road. Google Maps will mislead you, that's why I'm giving you the directions. You follow that tar road up to my gate. The tar road ends at my gate. You actually pass Mitko feedlots, tannery, and then you come to my gate. If you're on the farm on the gravel road, you just continue straight all the way, follow the signboards, and you should come out at my reception, which is at Archer's Land. Archer's Land is the place where we do the bow shooting, we do kids' birthdays, team buildings, also for adults. They can also come for a day visit. We've got private facilities. You have to drink at Archer's Land. We also got a swimming pool. You have to buy the drinks from our bar. At Archer's Land, no own drinks are allowed. You have to support us. At Archer's Land, we also got Monte Christo Riverside camping, which is about 100 meters away from Archer's Land, where the reception is and the swimming pool is. You're welcome to come camp. Camping is, of course, own equipment. You have to bring your own tents, but you've got your own evolution block, lawn area, braai facility, fireplace for having a nice look and enjoying the fire in the evening. You're welcome to swim at our pool here at Archer's Land also if you camp. And of course at camping you can bring your own drinks, your own food as usual with camping. You've also got a basin where you can wash your dishes at the campsite. You've got a water tap at the braai facility, and of course shower and toilets. And as I said, you've got your own evolution block. Then we've also got an accommodation, the Treehouse, which we actually built. Also, let's continue with the campsite. You've got electricity. You've got Wi-Fi at our reception, and you've got cell phone reception. You have to sometimes search a bit. It's not the best signal with a cell phone, but you will manage. At the Treehouse, which is a little bit about 2 kilometers away from Archer's Land, you're also welcome to use the swimming pool. You can drive here with your car. The Treehouse we actually built for the hikers. We're also part of the Kommershoogland hiking trail, and we've also got a day trail here on Monte Christo, which is about 12 kilometers long. The Kommershoogland hiking trail is a 4 or 6 day trail going over different farms. You book it also over Kommershoogland, over hikenamibia.com. You're welcome. You also speak to me if you book it over there. The Treehouse was built for the hikers. That's why I talked about the hikers now. It was built for the hikers. It's actually basically like camping. Very basic. It's only you don't need a own tent. You've also got running water. You've got a gas geyser for hot water, but you have not got electricity, not yet. You have a solar light in the middle floor, else you have to bring with torches, headlamp. You've also got a braai facility in the middle floor where you can braai in the treehouse, or you've got a fireplace at the bottom of the treehouse where you can make a little bonfire. Then we've also got 2 self-catering chalets, which are at the main farmhouse, the old farmhouse. There we've got 2 self-catering chalets, air-conditioned self-catering chalets, fully equipped. You actually don't have to bring anything else than your food and your stuff you need use. Yeah, that's about it. Very important, we also do fishing, and that's at the main dam. At the main farmhouse, we also build a new dam here at Archer's Land at the moment, but it still has to naturalize. We put in some fishes. In near future, you can also do fishing here at Archer's Land, but at the moment the fishing is at the dam, at the main dam. We've got barbel, bream and carp. And yeah, that's the activities, the fishing, the swimming and the archery. Thank you.
Right, and that was Monte Christo, the Riverside camping and Treehouse. I know that they've got lots of activity there still, and like I said, it's not far from Windhoek. But then we've also got Uitkyk, and Uitkyk Guest Farm is it's also a family-owned farm, and it's situated about 5 kilometers outside of Usakos. That's as you drive to Swakopmund. The working farm offers guests a genuine taste of Namibia with organic vegetables grown on site and served in a delightful farm-to-table fashion. The accommodation options include double, twin and family rooms, as well as campsites. Here you can see some spinach, sort of in between, quite a change from spinach to a bedroom. But anyway, on this one we also brought you a video.
Uitkyk Guest Farm is an oasis on the banks of the Khan River with breathtaking views of the Irongo Mountains. The farm is easily accessible and is located just 5 kilometers outside Usakos. The farm offers spacious accommodation with 5 double rooms and 2 twin rooms, all with ensuite bathrooms, a tea and coffee station, air conditioning, a small fridge and free Wi-Fi. The 6 campsites are beautifully situated under the large trees in the Khan riverbed. Each site features a shaded kitchen and washing up area, built-in braai, picnic table, power point, lights and shared ablutions with toilet and showers. These sites are perfect for larger groups. Enjoy cooling off in one of the 2 swimming pools or a nice cold beverage from the Uitkyk Lapa. All meals are prepared by the hosts and feature favorite Namibian dishes prepared on open fires. 15 different game species call Uitkyk home, including giraffe, oryx, kudu and mountain zebra. There are no large predators here, but the odd giraffe or springbok occasionally wander through the campsites. The guest farm offers genuine Namibian hospitality in a relaxed family atmosphere. Children love the smaller animals like tortoises, miniature hedgehogs, guinea fowl and peacocks, and they have ample space to run, swim and play. Uitkyk Guest Farm is the perfect venue for larger groups who want an exclusive experience. Celebrate a family birthday or anniversary on the guest farm and invite your loved ones to share this special occasion in true Namibian style.
Right, and that's Uitkyk Guest Farm. And all of these sort of destinations have a different something to them. So make a note and see which one best suits you. Right, those were our destinations. Up next, we've got To The Point. Yes, and under To The Point today, we're looking at the Kavango Zambezi Transfrontier Conservation Areas. As you would know, Kaza TFCA, we've spoken about it quite a lot on the show in the recent months. So, because Kaza is our main focus in the upcoming expo in April 2024. Kaza, obviously, it's enormous. It's larger than Germany and Austria combined, and nearly twice as large as the United Kingdom. It lies in the Kavango and Zambezi River basins where Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia and Zimbabwe converge. So this whole area, and we brought you a load of information recently about that. Jewels in the crown of this spectacular array of protected areas are obviously the 15,000 square kilometer Okavango Delta, and then items like Victoria Falls, a World Heritage Site, and then one of the 7 natural wonders of the world as it is. But those are not all. There are lots of forests and communal forests, especially different conservancies. And not only on the Namibian side, it goes to all the countries, really, the lower Zambezi, if you go to Zambia or to Zimbabwe. So many nice places to go to. So here's a video.
Rivers, they bring life. Without rivers, we don't have any life.
They are the life's blood of the wildlife in this area. I mean, there are many animals that do live away from the rivers in the forests, but the connectivity of this entire landscape is due to the river system.
The freedom of movement by wildlife and the rivers that cut across countries, they teach us that despite having individual countries, we are just one big community.
Without coexistence, you basically be threatening the natural rhythm and harmony that you require for different species, for people, for biodiversity.
Kaza, the world's largest terrestrial conservation area. Between thundering waterfalls running through wide stretches of savanna, marsh, and rustling forest woodlands lies the Kavango and Zambezi rivers. Kaza is abundant in wildlife, scenic splendor, and the rich cultural heritage. This 520,000 square kilometer mosaic of majestic wilderness is a safari connoisseur's dream destination. With the goal of achieving a more sustainable coexistence between people and wildlife, the great nations of Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe came together in 2011 to establish the Kavango Zambezi TFCA.
Wildlife dispersal areas are very important in facilitating coordinated development and ensuring that coexistence is enhanced. I came to realize how intricately connected the culture of the people can be linked to a river system. People depend on the fisheries, people depend on the flooding pattern for their transportation, for their farming. It's also important for the wildlife habitats. Achieving coexistence in these complex landscapes we call TFCAs. You need coordination, collaboration, and understanding.
By establishing conservation corridors between protected areas, Kaza is home to the largest contiguous transboundary elephant population in the world and provides critical habitat for other endangered lion and wild dog populations, as well as 600 species of birds. To assist in managing human-wildlife conflict and link protected areas within the TFCA, it is essential for all the countries involved to work together in harmony with nature and each other.
Collaboration is so important in the sense that animals have got no boundaries, unlike countries, so they need to have their free movement. They do migrate from time to time. Human-wildlife conflict is whereby people, the communities, and the wildlife come into confrontations in situations whereby animals would encroach into communities in search of water, for example. It also occurs when we as people now encroach into the wildlife areas and the confrontations become inevitable.
In the Angolan component of Kaza, wildlife is returning from neighboring countries after a civil war which ended in 2002, symbolizing peace and belonging among the community, of which many had never seen in their lifetime.
O impacto da guerra foi muito negativo, porque com o surgimento da guerra colocavam-se minas antipessoais e antitanques, por exemplo. Nós temos uma companhia de desminagem que tem feito a desminagem ao nível destas comunidades e essa desminagem tem ajudado bastante a questão, por exemplo, da agricultura, da conservação, da abertura dos corredores dos animais. Para mim, o Kaza não mais um projeto transfronteiriço que ajuda mesmo, veio para ajudar, para criar, para trazer essa harmonia, não só entre as comunidades, mas também os países. No tempo da guerra foi difícil encontrar um animal, porque também tinham fugido, mas atualmente já, hoje no Parque do Lenga-Luiana, registramos manadas e manadas de búfalo, elefante e outras espécies em extinção.
Fizemos a patrulha conjunta com os fiscais namibianos e fiscais zambianos. Às vezes, quando os caçadores saltam para a Namíbia, nós ligamos para os fiscais daquele lado a dizer que entraram no ponto X, demos também às vezes as coordenadas através do GPS, tiramos as coordenadas, mandamos no sítio onde eles entraram. Então os outros lá continuam para fazer as patrulhas ou seguir o trilho dos caçadores. Essa é a vantagem. Fiscalizar, preservar a nossa fauna é muito importante para as gerações vindouras que virão também para saber. Por isso que eu estou a gostar muito do meu trabalho.
Nebulele kuli kwali nakoza kwa mulaho fale nebezanga kuli kuona folofolo bayivulaya bayitabanisa chole kali nakoze mane sebaya batwayela na nizona kwali nakoza kwa mulaho nekweza kuli kuona to kwa hule so saba faka shekule to sebokona kuyemera faka ofi mane kapa wayema ya afita kapa yeba yemi wena wako na kufita conservation farming kiabuto kwa hulu kwane kulaka ni amuhochoro ni balimi.
Before conservation farming, we used to plow a big land, but our yield was very little. Now that through the Peace Parks Foundation, they have introduced us with conservation farming, where we plow even a small piece of land, but our yields now is very big.
Nindava makaza kokuvona kuti kandisha kubabalele zipawo zangu okuti zive na mahitiro arukuruhite zoro kukabira mwa Zambia, zoro kukabira mwa Angola, zoro kukabira kwikonje omushakira manche eshando likabe na mali abantu betu nechilikani echibira le chikabe na macho abantu betu nezipawo zabo nichandiretero kuti kwa vutoko kuti ndikabire mu ndikopanse abantu nezipawo nezibabalele hantu honke.
We build lion-proof kraals. They should actually be called cattle-proof kraals because they keep the cattle inside. The kraals are 100% effective. And the way we do the lion-proof kraals, it's actually a 50-50 investment. The kraal recipient will provide all the poles. They are encouraged to collect dead trees that have fallen over because those are actually hardier. And then our team works with the family and whoever else wants to be involved to build the kraal structure. Beyond protecting cows, which they're doing, I do believe the value is also because of the investment in individuals and recognition of their way of life.
I love rivers because it's something that I grew up with in the first place. I was a full-time fisherman. My dad used to do fishing, then mom used to do the same sailing. So it's something that I understand in detail. So I'm a living example. What we normally do when we go out with our boat, we monitor and record the catches. So what we normally do, after having checked through their crates, we say, just as you can see it in the crate, it's because of the illegal catching fish. That's what it translates to this fishing now being found in small numbers. The problem with using the mosquito nets, it sweeps away everything. Whatever goes in that mosquito net will never come out. So it means it may be an insect, a snake, or even the smallest fish.
Lwabaiza sensitize batu kubaluta kuli ba ikolu suseni kuziba kuli likazeki sabona kima benefits sabona kima benefits abaikulu babona kima benefits a generation yabona then makuswana yakusabeleksa batu baswana yako babatela nzira yemu yakuli nibona bayezengi.
I would explain conservation as doing everything that is necessary to ensure that we remain alive on planet Earth. It's my personal belief that conservation is everybody's business.
Along with its abundant wildlife and rich cultures, Khaza is also a world-class tourism destination, linking key wildlife and cultural attractions for all who visit.
I'm so proud to be an employer based in this Khaza region. It makes me so joyful to be able to give back to my country, to the Khaza region. If we make it easy for people to move freely, then we are guaranteed of more business. We are guaranteed of bettering our economy. I think the people, when they see the falls for the first time, they feel like they are in some very special place. And indeed, they are at a special place.
To ensure that not only wildlife but also people and tourists can move freely across borders, the Khaza Uni-Visa was launched between Zambia and Zimbabwe.
The goal of the Uni-Visa is to facilitate movement of tourists within the Casa visa countries, and also to promote regional tourism growth. The Casa Univisa brings a lot of benefits to the community, because when these tourists come, they also spend, and whatever they spend, it will benefit the community, it will benefit the stakeholders in the tourism industry. If the ideas of transfrontier conservation are allowed to expand, we are going to see more revenue generation among countries in the transfrontier conservations. We are also going to see less of crime that involves wildlife, ranging from poaching, ranging from smuggling. Countries will be collaborating, they will be working together towards a common goal of conserving wildlife and nature.
Transfrontier conservation, it means bringing together the 5 countries in protecting the wild animals, the wild natural areas that we have, bringing them together to look after them and also to benefit the communities that are living in those areas.
One of the many lessons that we can learn from the behavior of animals in these transboundary areas is the issue of their movement across borders. Their movement is dictated by the natural rhythm, the flooding patterns, for example. So the issue of connectivity is essential.
It's the wrong perception to say the river divides us. It is actually the river that brings the countries together, because it is on the basis of the river that these countries converge.
Wildlife corridor, it means the corridors that we have in our villages, in our township, in our remote areas that allow animals to move from one point to another without being disturbed.
Casa represents living proof that by being in tune with nature, we play our role in preserving rich and diverse ecosystems that will continue to live on for generations to come here in Casa.
Right, and that's Casa for you, and you'll hear a lot of Casa. In fact, just before I came onto the show, we finished what we called 1 minute of Casa. Many little snippets that we'll be bringing you as we go forward in the next few weeks and months. Yeah, and that's our show for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully see you back watching the show next week. Until then, keep well and bye.